Hey folks, Josh Kuryevsky. I have been savoring a brand new book called The 4 Stages of Psychological Safety. Brand new book, it's not quite out yet, I got a pre-edition. It's by Timothy Clark. Timothy was a social science PhD from Oxford. He went back to the US and got a job at a steel factory. And in the steel factory, workers are basically facing life or death situations. They could injure themselves terribly. It's a very interesting place for a social scientist to work. And he discovered that they really needed much more psychological safety. The CEO at some point recognized his talents and promoted him to plant manager. And in one of his first meetings with the managers of the plant, he mentions this wonderful phrase here. He says, experience had taught these managers that it was emotionally, politically, socially, and economically expensive to say what they really thought. So they smiled and nodded politely. In other words, they weren't having anything to do with what he came to help them with. They just weren't even at all psychologically safe. So he had his work cut out for him. And it was a fantastic place for him to hone his skills and, basically come up with a model, which is in this book, a wonderful model that, and I'm just at the beginning of the book, but I'll read you his definition of psychological safety because I really like it. It says, psychological safety is a condition in which you feel 1, included, 2, safe to learn, 3, safe to contribute, and 4, safe to challenge the status quo, all without fear of being embarrassed, marginalized, or penalized in some way. Now that's a fantastic definition of psychological safety, and there's a hell of a lot more in this book that I think you'll enjoy. It's an excellent new addition to the literature on psychological safety. If you've read any of Amy Edmondson's books, you will love this book too. Again, I'm just starting to read it, so I have a lot more to learn, but I'm very excited. So psychological safety remains an incredibly important topic and practice for creating high-performance teams.